Good evening. Good evening. How everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody's doing so wonderful. Yes, I hope everybody's doing wonderful. Yes, I told you I was coming back today. I told y'all. Yeah, so we gonna get into it in a few seconds. In a few seconds, let me fix this. Yeah, so tonight we gonna be talking about Javion Magee, the young man that allegedly they saying two different things right now. But we're gonna listen to what's going on, and we're gonna talk about it. But right now they saying that they feel as though that it's not a homicide. But right now they got detectives also looking into the situation. Because they do have an update. We got a little bit of footage of him going to Walmart purchasing rope. Allegedly the rope was not tightened up on his neck, but it was around his neck. Like, you know how sometimes we might put a scarf on around our neck just to have it like draping over. That's how they trying to allegedly say that the rope was around his neck and that it wasn't no lynch. But the family hired an investigator that's basically he's going to see what's going on because this story is really bizarre. There's a lot of stuff missing. There's a lot of stuff going on. This is kind of bizarre. And I think, my opinion, I think they covering up some things, So let's get into this part first. So they call some of these states sundown states, sundown states. Meaning if you get caught while the sun is down and you are something just might happen to you. That's why it's called sundown. But I think that this I don't know exactly what time that this happened, but it did happen in the sundown state where basically there's still like a little bit of racism going on with some of the people that basically live there. And these states are known. You can Google it. I Googled it earlier, and it's Ohio, Massachusetts. It's plenty of states that's basically on Google that's basically claiming that there is show sundown states. I'm gonna read the little piece though too. I'm trying to get my YouTube on my phone. Um, Everybody can hear me well. I'm guessing that y'all can because if y'all couldn't, somebody would definitely be like, "Yo, we can't hear you." So I'm guessing, yeah, everything is everything. So we good over here. We good over here. So I'm about to Google it again because I had to turn my phone off. What's up, Jeff? What's up, baby? Yes. So basically, like I said, these are some of the sundown states, and then they got a graph, like a map, showing all these three states. They are like sundown states. So right now we looking at in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Missouri, Pennsylvania, and elsewhere. Sundown towns were created in the waves of violence in the early decades of the 20th century and then mandated will maintain well into these certain areas. Whereas though they explore a lot of racism, basically. It just said racism. So, because I didn't know nothing about no sundown state. This is the first I even heard about it was sundown states. I didn't even know that. Well, we see it every now and then, but we don't see it like that, because I know that a lot of things is be like going underhand and do not be public. Like this situation really wasn't public until his cousin basically got on live and basically told the YouTube, the TikTok, and whoever was listening about this situation because she felt as though that it was not being televised and it wasn't being put out there. So it was like a drag under the rug, So she basically put it out there, and that the family allegedly couldn't come and get this body or retrieve his body or even come and see him at this point. So I'm guessing that now, well, we're gonna look at the clips on the news, but I'm guessing that now they are able to see the body or come and get the body, and then y'all gotta realize too, there's a lot going on. Like some of these states, they sit there and take African American organs, you know, and this is why a lot of times it be pushed under the rug because you missing organs, body parts. You understand what I'm saying? Now, y'all know on your ID, on everybody's ID, they ask you, are you a donor? They definitely ask you that. They ask you that for a reason. Because at the end of the day, we can take your eyeballs, your heart, if it's still in good condition. And they do this. And then not even only that, in some states I do hear about them basically unaliving people for organs. It's like it's called organ harvesting or something like that. Trafficking organs. How y'all know? I'm quite sure y'all done heard about it and y'all done seen about it. This stuff is really happening, y'all. This is not like no made up stuff. This is some real stuff that's really going on. So we definitely got to put awareness out there for our people. Just, you know what I'm saying? Regardless. Brown, white, yellow, orange, doesn't matter. We still need to keep this stuff going, keep it out there, because if it's not being in the public attention, this stuff is going to keep on going on and be pushed up under the rug, and nobody knows about it. So, yeah, kudos to the young lady, which I think that was his cousin, that basically came on and basically, she was upset because it really wasn't no news coverage for real at first until she started putting it out there, and then they want to talk about it and stuff like that. But yeah, we about to get into the first video, the news clipping, and talk about it. Thank you, y'all, for hitting the likes. I ain't even had to say nothing. There's only a couple of us in here, but yeah, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through. Y'all already know. My dude Jeff, he be keep on coming through. He might just be my next moderator. But yeah, but at the end of the day, some of this stuff gotta stay in the public eye, because y'all see what happened with the Cabo Six. Nobody got justice. Nobody went to jail. Nobody is like that died down too. And it's just so much though going on in the world. We can't keep up with everything. It was Quan, funeral today, but everybody talking about Puffy. And too many people was doing no conversations about Quan and his funeral. I seen a little bit of it, but you know what I'm saying? But it's stuff that's happening all the time. But stuff like this is a real important stuff, because this can happen to anybody. You can go to a whole new state that don't know you. Sometimes you want to get away and this, that, and the third. You over there in a whole nother state, don't know nothing about it. And something like this happened. But yeah, let's get into the news clip. I'm about to get into the news clip right now. Yeah, you just gotta stay careful. They be saying stay dangerous, but you gotta stay careful too because dangerous ain't always it all the time. So this is the newest one. This was 5 hours ago. I'm gonna play this one for us real quick. All right, let me get it. This should be popping in.
You're not really looking for a house, but then you find the Now what? My home shows you how to.
This should have popped in.
Yeah, well, Amber.
Okay, there it is. All right.
Amber, you can only imagine how hard this is for his family, being hundreds of miles away and getting this horrible news. But on top of that, they say they feel left in the dark by the Vance County Sheriff's Office. I was able to speak with the sheriff today. He is urging people to remain calm while they investigate, but really still a lot of unanswered questions in this case.
We have to acknowledge that, number one, we do live in the South, and there's a deep history of racism and racist acts. And so people are obviously concerned about that.
Some in Henderson on edge, gathering in front of the sheriff's office seeking answers on the death of Javion Magee. Just 21 years old, he just got his CDL license for a Chicago area trucking company. He was in Henderson making a drop-off at the Walmart distribution center and was found dead Wednesday morning off Vanco Mill Road, not far from his truck, sitting with his back to a tree with a rope around his neck. The sheriff today told me he doesn't believe there was foul play, but he wouldn't call it a suicide. He did say, however, there was evidence Javion may have bought rope from a nearby Walmart.
We're going down every avenue, every aspect, all the information, videos. We got in contact with the trucking company to get his GPS reading.
In the meantime, the sheriff trying to tamp down rumors that are swirling on social media.
The rope was wrapped around his neck. It was not a noose. It was not a knot in the rope. So therefore, it was not a lynching here in Vance County.
But those responses aren't adding up for Javion's family. A spokesperson for his mom telling us Javion always talked to his family and there were never any signs of problems.
A lot of this stuff does not pass the smell test, and that is a problem.
Now left mourning a loss from hundreds of miles away as they look for answers.
The entire family are completely mortified. They are hurt. They are, have a lot of questions, because they want to know what actually happened to their loved one.
And that is what we are trying to get to the bottom of. Right now, the sheriff tells me the SBI is assisting in this investigation. They also tell me that an autopsy is being conducted on Javion today. Once we get the results of that autopsy, then they'll be able to better determine whether this was in fact a suicide. But obviously breaking for this family. The family tells me some are making their way here to North Carolina, hoping to try and get some of these answers in person. We're live in Henderson. Tom George, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, and hopefully that autopsy will help shed some light on this. And the investigation is ongoing. This is a story we will continue to follow closely. Tom, thank you.
Now, I did hear earlier that there was like some hemorrhaging for his around his neck area, meaning like he was either strangled or suffocated or something. Something basically happened, and I have never heard of somebody like suffocating himself, but and then the sheriff just said that basically the noose wasn't knotted. It wasn't knotted, but it was wrapped around his neck. And what was the purpose of that? Because y'all know that somebody can strangle you and don't even have to put no knot in it. They can just tie that sucker and squeeze it like you making a tie and just squeeze it until they squeeze the breath out you and just set you up like you did it yourself. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a knot. It just seemed like there was some foul play. And first they said that it wasn't. But as y'all just heard, the sheriff did say that he is not a suicide, basically. So, because a lot of people were saying that he basically off the south, but it definitely was that right now. That's why they're gonna bring in the investigation to see basically what happened. And I'm just thankful for his family. They just didn't let this like go on and ignore the situation or just listen to whatever they had to tell them. Because if they didn't feel something that happened, then this story would not be, still like taking place or whatever. So, at the same time, kudos to the family that just didn't like, oh, that's what happened, and just listen to whatever they said that happened to that guy, and basically they trying to basically fight and see what's going on. Not even only that, I heard that allegedly that they trying to get Ben Crump. So I haven't heard any more about that, but I did heard allegedly that they was trying to hire Ben Crump to basically help them out with this situation. Cause y'all know Ben Crump do a lot of black on black stuff and racial crimes and stuff like that. But we don't have like the whole because there's a lot of hours also that's missing with him between this Walmart and this road that he allegedly went to. But it wasn't that far from the Walmart. And again, y'all gotta realize like being a truck driver is kind of dangerous. You out there by yourself. You going to all these different states. You don't know nobody. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You just doing your job. I get it. But at the end of the day, they need to change some type of laws based on they should have like a passenger or somebody with you. Because I'm not sure, but he probably, if he, owned a gun and he was registered, he probably could have took it. But then again, it depends what state you go to too. So a lot of it is like, what I'm saying, is like iffy. But with these kind of jobs, I feel as though that they should have like a partner or somebody riding with them or something like that. And I'm quite sure, well, they got GPS. I know that. But I don't know if they have cameras on the truck. Some trucks does because, we done seen some truck accidents with the people that's the driver, but I don't think all of them have cameras in it. Let alone you still by yourself. You out there. And that's just dangerous. I mean, they get paid good money from what I heard. But at the end of the day, they should have somebody else with them. Or they should be like, armed or something. Just like with these male drivers now. Y'all seen what happened with the young lady? It's just crime is going too far now. It's not like the old days. You have to protect yourself. You in a strange area, a strange neighborhood. You don't know nobody. You just out there trying to work. We get that. But you also have to try to be safe too, because some of these jobs don't care about us. We go in there and work, and that's all they worrying about. They not really worrying about our safety and stuff like that. And that's another thing you have to be considerate of, because this is a one of a dangerous job, but somebody got to do it. But at the end of the day, it's just said that this young man, that's all he was doing was trying to work. He wasn't out here trying to hurt nobody. We got a lot of 21-year-olds just out here acting a fool. I have one myself, but yeah, a lot of them, their mind is not for working, or at this point, they're not thinking about working. They don't want to work. They just want to run around and do what they want to do. But baby boy, he was trying. He did that, and he just started working, and that's just sad that this had to happen to him. So I got this next clip though too. Truckers have problems with other truckers all the time. Yes, they do. Yeah, and you ain't never lied. Yeah, Jeff always be coming with the rules, but you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied, man. Oh, you took my route. You took my truck. Like it just be a mess. It's just like any other job, but I think it was something more sinister than another trucker. I think that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this next clip, y'all, real quick. What's up, Mac? There you go. All right, come on. Let's get into this one.
Investigations surrounding.
So this one is basically showing us when he was in the Walmart purchasing the rope.
Javion Magee, a man found dead with a rope around his neck in Vance County.
Investigative reporter Mary Smith is here with us. You've been following this all along. You've got brand new video just released. Tell us what you got.
Yeah, that's right. We got this video within the last 45 minutes. It's dated September 10th, the day before Javion Magee was found dead, and appears to show him purchasing rope at Walmart. Here is the surveillance video from the Walmart Supercenter in Henderson. The video appears to show him at the self-checkout purchasing the blue rope. It shows he paid $4.20 for it. You can then see him walk out of the store, and he walks across the parking lot to his truck and drives off. The sheriff's office says his body was found in an area off Vanco Mill Road. They say deputies found him near the base of a tree in a seated position with a rope wrapped around his neck and the other end attached to a tree. Magee's family believes it was.
Now, y'all seen him coming out the store. He done tossed the rope up, he don't look like he's in distress or that he's about to go and wrap his neck up with this rope. He look like he fairly happy. I got my rope. I'm about to finish my job, do what I gotta do, going back to work. Blase, blase, boom. He don't look like he's in distress or anything. He don't look like he depressed or anything like that. He just look like he about to get back to work. He just needed some more rope.
Was a hate crime, and attorneys representing the family say he has no history of mental illness. The sheriff's office is calling this a death investigation. His family is now pleading for answers about what happened to him. We have reached out to Vance County Sheriff Brame for more information and updates on this case. We are waiting to hear back. Mary Smith, CBS 17 News.
Then so as we seen that clip, and then his family said there was no signs of no mental illness. This just was a young guy. Looked like he was enthusiastic. He looked like he's excited about doing his job. And what was so wrong with that? Somebody had to come and fuck that up. That's crazy. People out here just trying to live and do what they gotta do for themselves, and that's just something happened. And hopefully they get to the bottom of it. Hopefully they can get and then a lot of these highways and byways, they be having cameras and all of that too. So where's the camera footage from that? If they had some. At the end of the day, we didn't see really nobody following him, but you never know. You never know. They could have been sitting in the parking lot. They could have been sitting at the parking lot waiting for him to come out of the store to do some bodily harm. But this investigation is about to be cracked wide open, because it's more to this story. Where is that? Hand me that orange paper, that little thing. Because this one is going to basically show a little bit map out of what happened and where he was at, how far he was from the highway, and all of that. Let me see. Yeah, because the family just want transparency, and they just want to know really what happened. And hopefully, again, I hope that this young man have all his body parts, all his organs in his body. Because this sounds something like, y'all know how they be stealing people organs and stuff like that. And you don't know until it's gone, until you to the autopsy come back. And this person is missing this and missing that. Because they definitely is doing that these days. And I heard that these organs be going for like thousands of freaking dollars. Especially the melanin people. So, I guess they do research on it, put it in somebody else's body. Y'all know, because it's the melanin. A lot of times, that's what they need. That's what they want. That's going to help a lot of this medicine and technology grow older to different oh man, y'all just don't even know. See, I don't even want to get really all the way into this stuff, because I ain't trying to be in trouble. Because sometimes you get in trouble for what you know. Yeah, I ain't trying to get in trouble, because they be like, oh, she said that, mess around, and they be at my dating door. Talk about what you talk about. Exactly. I'm gonna have to play crazy. I'm gonna be in this acting cray. I'm just talking shit. No, motherfucker. No, but I'm trying to tell y'all, it's real deep. The life we live in is real deep. They hiding secrets. They ain't telling us everything about everything. Do y'all got those what they call those red bugs down where y'all live at? They all up here. They come in your house. They on your tire. They in your car. They in your toilet. They everywhere, in your bathroom. These motherfuckers is everywhere. We ain't never seen a bug like this in our life. It looked like a big ladybug. He's got black polka dots, but when that motherfucker fly, it's red in the inside. Like, where did this one come from? Man, it's just a lot going on. We gotta stay safe. Alright, so we about to get into this next clip. About the family and what they were saying and what's going on and this and the third, how they feel and this and the third. But at the end of the day, we gotta do more of looking out for each other. It's not really like the older ones. It's more like the younger ones. If we can reach our kids or our young people, they ain't even gotta be your kid. But just, teach them, like, the world is way bigger than what they think and what they think is going on out here. And all of this, man, because I just, I don't know, y'all. Let's get into this one. See, I don't want to get too deep. I just don't want to get too deep.
Hey, good evening, Steve. So this story has really caught so many people nationwide. And so Eyewitness News, we were able to get a look at that search warrant and also that outlines some things that happened while Javion was here in town. And then also, we also got the preliminary autopsy report, but these findings just still don't sit well with his family.
Tonight, the family of Javion Magee, a 21-year-old truck driver from the suburbs of Chicago, grieving an unthinkable loss.
He loved his family. You know, he loved just enjoying himself, and he loved being a truck driver. That was what he loved to do. So it's like everybody is confused right now. Like, what is this?
Candace Matthews, the family's representative, is sharing the latest thoughts of Javion's closest loved ones. Their world in turmoil after they say Vance County Sheriff's Office called them to say their loved one died by suicide. The Sheriff's Office says there's no sign he was a victim of a crime. Eyewitness News combed through the search warrant. According to those documents, he was in town making a delivery. At 6:20 p.m. on September 10th, he was seen on camera buying a rope at this Walmart, apparently the same rope found with his body. 12 minutes later, he was seen entering this Hampton Inn on Ruin Creek Road. An associate at the hotel told us off camera they didn't have any rooms available that night. He then drove to Vanco Mill Road, where surveillance video shows his truck pulling in and Magee walking away. Then just after 10 a.m. on September 11th, a 911 call led officers to Magee's body.
There's been information put out there that there's a lynching in Vance County. There is not a lynching in Vance County. The young man was not dangling from a tree. He was not swinging from a tree. The rope was wrapped around his neck. It was not a noose. It was not a knot in the rope. So therefore, it was not a lynching here in Vance County.
The sheriff.
It doesn't matter if it was a lynching or not. He shouldn't even had a rope wrapped around his neck, period, by a tree. Because even if it wasn't even a lynch, we all know what the example sets for how we feel, because why he had to been by a tree, why he just couldn't been by his truck. So this is what brings questions, because at the end of the day, why it had to been by a tree with a rope, regardless if it had a knot in it, if he was dangling from the tree, hanging from the tree, it still don't matter. Something happened to that young man. Period. Even if it wasn't a lynching or whatever, I called it a lynching thing. Even if it wasn't that, we all know what basically the example somebody set out. They probably couldn't even hang him on the tree. He probably was fighting for his life. They probably couldn't even get him up on the tree. You understand what I'm saying? Like, either way, he was alive with a rope around his neck, on his neck, beside his body. However, and you by a tree. We all know what that means. Period. And that's how the family is basically feeling. We not even worried about that. A rope was involved in the tree. He was by the tree. So from back in the day, from slavery time, we know what that means. We don't know what happened, whereas though they couldn't probably perfect it or do what they wanted to really do. But we know the kind of example that it set when we watch it and look at it. We know what that means. You know, it could have been the KGK. Y'all know what I really want to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, But yeah, we all know what that means. It don't necessarily have to be all the old stuff. People do stuff now in their own daggone way. Probably ain't even had time to do the whole, put them up there and this, that, and the third. We all know that he went choked out with that rope. That's what we do now.
Sheriff tells us the state attorney general and the SBI have been contacted and are involved in the case.
The family feels that they deserve accountability, and the family feels that they deserve justice. And this is what we are all going to do to ensure that that family gets some type of closure.
Now, in terms of that autopsy report, the sheriff tells me that there is no cause of death just yet. They were able to also determine so far that there are no obvious signs that he was trying to defend himself, but there are signs that there was some hemorrhaging around the soft part of his neck. Another thing that they're waiting on regarding this autopsy that hasn't come in yet is also the toxicology report. So they're also waiting on that. So again, a lot of details still unknown so far. We're told the family is still due to make their...
See, now that's the part that I was talking about. Let me rewind that a little bit.
Regarding this autopsy that hasn't come in yet is also the toxicology report. So they're also waiting on that. So again, a lot of details still unknown so far. We're told the family is still due to make their way here to Vance County to learn more details about their loved one's death. Reporting live here in Vance County, Bianca Holman, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
And several investigative agencies are now involved working to get Javion's family those answers they really want. Bianca, thank you.
So that's the good thing about it. Now the FBI is involved. Because obviously something happened that wasn't supposed to. And not even only that, the guy had hemorrhaging around his neck. Y'all know what that is. Like, you can't breathe. They can tell something happened. They didn't say it was suffocation or anything like that, but it was just hemorrhaging. Like, hemorrhaging is like you trying to do something that you can't. Like, people get hernias from hemorrhaging. People get what's those things? Hemorrhaging causes a lot of pain on the body and a lot of different things. That's how they can know if he was hemorrhaging or not. But it seems like he's been choked. He's been choked. And he was trying to breathe, and his body was hemorrhaging to try to basically help him to do such. But yeah, this is another sad case. Hopefully the FBI can crack this open and they can find out who did this to this young man. Not even only that, they got the rope, but and then that's another thing. They didn't say nothing about fingerprints or anything, but they said that it wasn't much self-defense. Or did she say there wasn't none at all? But I think she said there was not much. But they did see hemorrhaging. So it's just, this one is going to be a hard one to crack, unless some more evidence come out. Because right now we just have what we have, and that's all we got to work off of. But let's pray for the truckers, and let's pray for this young man's family that they can find peace in this situation. Because this is, your child get 21 and get a job, a nice job, and then something like this happens. And it's just sad. Like, it's like he can't go nowhere these days. Can't even go to school. What is going on? Let's pray for the world also, because it's a lot of sick people in this world. And then, you got to be careful who you run into. Sometimes I be driving, I don't even give no eye contact to the driver next to me. I keep straight. I ain't talking to nobody. I don't play. Shoot, people like, what you looking at and all of this stuff. Hey, I keep my eyes forward to the road, straight to the road. I'm not, no. People is crazy. I made a video a while ago. I said, people will make you hurt them, even if you don't even want to. But these people these days is so devilish. It's like, You just gotta stay clear. And if you feel a bad vibe from somebody, keep it all the way moving. Don't even go close to them. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes God gives you that feeling and take heed to it. Because a lot of times when I was younger, I felt the power. Like get out of here, get out, do. And I'm like, nah, like I just wanted to be hard. You feel what I'm saying? But no, take your first instinct. Your gut instinct is the one that's gonna probably save your life. It's just too much going on. People just be hating too much. So we just gotta be safe, man. Everybody, But it's sad that this happens to this young man. And this probably was his first job in his life, and that's just sad, So I just hope that they get down to the bottom of this and find out what happened, what really happened, what's going on, and how they gonna find the person who did this. Or if he did this to himself, which I doubt it, And then the rope that he had, it didn't even look like it was like a real strong rope unless, somebody forcefully like taking it around your neck and pulling it each side like, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. God bless him and his family. May he rest in peace. I told the link is up here. I put the link if anybody want to come up here and speak. The live is open. If not, we getting up out of here. Y'all know how we do. You better know it. But thank you everybody for coming through. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Fat Mac. Yes. Jeff, you still here? So Jeff, when you get a chance, you got IG, hit me up on IG, Missy_Sanders. Hit me up. I just got a couple questions to ask you real quick. Not about this, about something else. But it's Missy_Sanders. Fat Mac, you still here? You jumping up? Cause I don't want, I want you to come up and tell your story, if you would like to. Are you driving? So, Fat Mac is a truck driver to y'all. So, he was going to be our special guest tonight. All right, so maybe another day, whenever we can get back at it, that's fine with me. But everybody, make sure y'all be safe, take care, love each other, love your family, love your kids. And yeah, I might be back tomorrow for Women's Wednesday. I'm not sure, depending on what I'm doing tomorrow. But thank you so much, y'all. Keep the love in the air, man. We don't like all of that drama. We will beef, though. Don't get a motherfucker fucked up. But is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Is I know, like, it's not worth it, No, but I know I ain't trying to go to jail. No. But all right, y'all, yeah. So definitely, when we get some more information about this situation, because there should be some updates coming up soon. So basically, we gonna try to stay on this one too. So thank you so much for coming through. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe if y'all already haven't. Thank you so much. I love y'all. Everybody be safe.